The stretch program for the JAFFA Kids Site Swim group. Jared's going to show us how to do these today. So all of the stretches should be held for approximately 45 seconds with an intensity where you can feel the stretch but you're not in agony. So we've described that as a stretch sensation of around about 6 out of 10. Jared, if you could start by drawing your right knee to your chest for me. Put your hands behind your knee. Bring the thigh of your chest as much as you can. Flex your foot and then push your heel up to the ceiling. Good, not so intense, it is 6 out of 10. And you'd like to make sure you breathe through your stretch, trying to relax into it. So it should be around about 6 good slow breaths per side. Jared, slide the chin into the chest for me a little bit more. Pull the toes down towards you. Good, and then change legs over for me. Good, line that leg down, bring the left knee into the chest for me, taking hold of it behind the knee. Flex the foot for me. Press it up to the ceiling to a sensation of 6 out of 10 for a stretch. Good, tuck the chin in a little bit, make sure you're breathing. Nice, slow, relaxed breath. Pull the shoulders back down onto the floor. Good, keep pulling the toes down towards you. Breathe. Good, from there we're going to go into a stretch for your buttocks. So Jared, if you bend your right leg, keeping your right foot on the floor. So bend your right leg for me. Place your left foot on top of the right knee. Put your hands behind your right knee and pull your right knee towards you. Good. From here, with your left elbow, you can push your left knee away from you to get a more intense stretch, and draw the right knee towards you as well to increase that stretch feeling. Good. Again, tucking the chin in, pressing the shoulders flat on the floor, so you're also stretching through your lumbar spine. Holding this for 5 or 6 breaths. Trying to relax into each exhale. Good, round about 2 more breaths there. Good, Jared, and then changing legs over for me. So placing the right foot on top of the left knee, draw the left thigh towards you with your hands behind the knee. Put your elbow onto your right knee, pushing the knee away from you as you draw your left knee in towards you. Like good, nice work with sliding the chin into the throat. And again, just breathing through the stretch. Good, making sure the stretch isn't too strong, looking for that sensation of 6 or 7 out of 10. Trying to relax each time you exhale. Good, and again, a couple more breaths for me. Good. From there, Jared, slide your right leg towards me more so that your knees are crossed over each other, and take both of your knees to the right side. Lovely. Shoulders stay as flat on the floor as you can. This is a stretch for your lower back, for the ITB and glutes on your left side, as well as for your middle back as well. Again, holding it 6 to 7 out of 10 for a stretched feeling, and breathing nice and slowly, trying to relax every time you exhale. Good, Jared, keeping his chin nicely tucked in, neck is nice and long on the floor, and then bring the legs back to the centre for me. Good, uncross the legs and cross them in the other direction, and then bring both legs over to the left side, keeping the shoulders on the floor. Just pull the shoulder blades down the back a little bit for me. Good, slide the chin in so your neck's nice and lengthened. And every time you exhale, letting your hips relax that little bit more down towards the floor. Good, so again, around about 5 to 6 breaths per side. And trying to relax as you exhale. Good, 1 more breath for me, Jared. And then lie the legs out straight on the floor. We're going to go into hurdle stretch, which Jared loves. So take your legs apart, Jared, into a V shape for me. And then I'd like you to try and bend your left knee to 90 degrees. So your foot is going to come towards me, and your knee is going to go towards your midline. That's it. So slide your foot towards your hand, but don't touch it. Good. From here, the idea is to try and press your knee to the floor on the left side and your buttock to the floor on the left side. Good. So the stretch here is for your ITB, your quadriceps, your gluteal group and your hip flexors as well. So a lovely big stretch for cyclists. Good. So you'd like to take your legs a little bit further apart if you're a little bit more flexible. Good. And keep trying to push the buttock down towards the floor on the left side. Good. Keep trying to push the knee down towards the floor as well. Good, Jared. Another breath for me. And then bring the leg back to the centre. Reset into a V again for me. And this time we'll take the right leg behind you. So the right knee rotates into the middle. The right foot goes out behind you. Good. And then here, Jared's trying to push his right knee to the floor. His right buttock back down to the floor. Good. So again, making sure the stretch isn't too strong. 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. Holding for 5 to 6 slow breaths. Every time you exhale, relaxing the muscles a little bit and see if you can take that stretch just a little bit further. Good. Keep trying to push your right hip down towards the floor, Jared, and the right knee down towards the floor as well. Good. 2 more breaths for me. Good. From there, rolling over onto hands and knees, we're going to come into a lunge position. Good. So bringing the right leg forward. Good. Up flat on the foot. Bring the foot inside the front hand for me, Jared. Extend the left leg out onto the toes. Good. And then what you'd like to do is try and push your pelvis to the ground as far as you can so you get a stretch for your hip flexor. And then straighten out through the back knee. Try and lift the knee up to the ceiling and push the heel away from you. So here we're stretching Jared's hamstrings, his hip flexor, and his gastrocnemius, so his major calf muscle. So keep pushing the heel back, Jared. That's it. So you'll hold this for probably about 2 to 3 breaths, and then bend the back knee to the floor a little bit for me. Good, and then still with the bent knee, push the heel away from you. So this time stretching soleus, the deeper calf muscle. Keep the chest up for me, trying to keep your back as long as you can. Nice and lengthen through the spine, shoulders down. Good, and then swapping over for me. Good, so the left knee will come forward to the inside of the hand. The right leg extends out behind. Good, push the pelvis of the groin down towards the ground to stretch the hip flexor. And then push the back knee up towards the ceiling and push the heel away from you, trying to get it to the floor. Hold for 2 to 3 breaths. And then from here, Jared will bend his right knee down towards the floor, going to the soleus. Good. At the same time, still trying to press the heel away. Knee could go down a little bit further to the floor there. Good. From there, Jared, if you could go onto your knees for me. Good. And we're going to try and get you to grab hold of your heels. So pop your buttock back onto your heels for me. Another stretch that Jared's really fond of. So this is for your quadriceps, your abdominals and your chest. So you're going to lift your hips up to the ceiling. Let your head loll back for me. Good. Try to get your hips up as high as you can. Good. And you're going to hold this for 4 to 6 breaths, having a break in the middle if you need to. Keep trying to push your hips up in front. Good. And then relaxing down, bottom back to the heels. Good. Stretch the arms out in front of you onto the floor. Good. From here, you're going to lift your buttocks up to the ceiling, Jared, and push your chest down to the floor. So you're trying to extend your spine. And then put your chin down towards the carpet. Look with your eyes, look up towards your fingers. And hold there for me. Keep pressing the chest down. So here we're stretching lower back, middle back, and your chest muscles. 5 to 6 breaths here. Good. Keep pushing the chest down to the floor. Good with the eyes. Keep looking up towards the hands for me. Lovely. And then from there, walk back. Pop the bottom onto the heels. Tuck the chin into the knees. Let the arms relax down by the sides. Good. You can have a choice here whether you'd like to come around. Grabbing hold of your heels is lovely. But grab the outer edges of your feet if you can. And then just pull your bottom down towards your feet for me. So this is stretching the lower back, the back of the neck. And again, holding this quietly for 5 to 6 breaths. Relaxing every time you exhale. And that's the end of the stretch program. Thank you, Jared, for helping us. Beautiful. Thank you.
Well, there's only one little thing. The two we got the list and right now.
Yeah.